What's up, TM Nation? Today I'm excited to bring you a pair of headphones that I've been testing for the past few weeks, the brand new EarFun Tune Pro headphones. Now, EarFun is known for bringing the goods in terms of headphones and earbuds that provide you with a lot of bang for the buck, but let me tell you right up front that these might be the best sub $75 headphones that I've ever tried. For under 70 bucks, these pack features that you'd expect from headphones costing 2 to 3 times as much, so stick with me throughout this video so that I can go over with you guys what makes these so special at the price point. But before I take a deep dive into the details, let me hit you with some quick specs. First, the Tune Pros feature dual drivers with 40mm PET composite film drivers, plus a dedicated 10mm LCP polymer driver for enhanced highs. They're high-res audio certified, they pack hybrid ANC that blocks up to 45 decibels of noise, and probably one of the most impressive features is that they offer up to 120 hours of battery life on a single charge. Yes, you heard that right, up to 120 hours of use on a single charge. They are using Bluetooth 5.4 for a stable connection. They do feature multi-point connectivity, so you can connect them to multiple devices at once and switch in between them without any issues whatsoever. And they're also compatible with the EarFun app that will allow you to customize your listening experience with the headphones, which is always a plus. Inside the box, you get the headphones, a USB Type-C cable for charging, a 3.5mm cable for wired use, and of course you'll get your user manual and other documentation. Unfortunately, they don't come with a carrying case or anything of that nature, in case you were wondering. But the headphones themselves have a sleek professional look to them with a matte black finish that doesn't attract fingerprints, which is always a plus. And what immediately struck me was how lightweight they feel in the hands. At just 289.5 grams, the build quality feels solid. I've been able to wear them for hours at a time without getting any ear fatigue or discomfort, and even though they are lightweight, they don't feel flimsy in the hands. The ear cups are also super plush and comfortable on my ears. They are made out of a memory foam padding covered in soft protein leather that feels premium against the skin. I do like the fact that they fold up nicely for travel, as you can see, and another thing that I like is the fact that you don't get any finicky touch controls with these. They do feature physical buttons on both ear cups, which is always something that I prefer. Alright fam, so let's go ahead and talk about what matters the most, and that's gonna be the sound quality. I've been testing these across multiple genres of music, and I'm genuinely impressed with what EarFun has accomplished here. The dual driver setup isn't just marketing hype, you can actually hear the difference. The 40mm main drivers deliver punchy bass that doesn't overwhelm the other frequencies, and the 10mm drivers add that sparkle and detail to the high end, providing a really well-rounded sound signature overall. I did listen to a lot of hip hop, R&B, and reggae while testing these headphones out, and I think that they have enough low end to satisfy most bass heads without muddying up the other frequencies, but there is a caveat. You have to be careful with how you EQ them. In my experience, if you go ahead and max out the bass frequencies with these headphones and you bump your volume up to anything above 75% of the max volume, you will get quite a bit of distortion. Otherwise, the Tune Pros sound very good and do well in terms of sound separation. Again, they are high-res certified, so when paired with a good source playing lossless audio, these headphones will reveal details you might miss with lesser cans. Using them on multiple occasions, I found myself hearing sounds that I never noticed before in songs that I've heard hundreds of times. Moving on to the ANC performance, this is another area where the Tune Pro punches above its weight class. The hybrid noise cancellation system uses feed-forward and feedback microphones to tackle both predictable and sudden noises. During my testing, these handled the constant drone of my air conditioner and my refrigerator almost perfectly, and they also did a decent job with coffee shop chatter, though they didn't block out as much of my ambient noise as what I get with my more expensive Sony and Bose headphones, which is to be expected. But one unique feature that you get with these is that you can use ANC even in wired mode, which is a feature that you often don't get with budget headphones, and this came in handy when I wanted to use these with my laptop's headphone jack to avoid any latency while editing videos. The call quality with these headphones has also surprised me. They do use a 5-mic array along with an AI algorithm that is aimed at focusing on your speech even when you are in louder environments. Like I said, I think that they do a pretty good job, but I did take samples just so that you guys can judge the quality for yourselves. Let's check them out. Alright guys, so right now I have the headphones paired to my iPhone 16 Pro, and as you can see, the audio that you're hearing is coming from the microphones on them. Right now the room is relatively quiet, but I will do my background noise test in just a moment. Give me a second. Now I have some simulated background noise playing in the background, and this part of the test is aimed at seeing how well the microphones on these headphones can go ahead and focus on my speech while rejecting some of that noise. So let me know what you guys think. Are they doing a pretty good job, or were you expecting better? Let me know. As I mentioned earlier in the intro, EarFun claims that you can get up to 120 hours of battery life on a single charge with ANC off and up to 80 hours with it on. Based on my testing, these numbers seem pretty accurate at moderate levels. I've been using these for about 2 weeks now for several hours each day, and I still haven't had to recharge them, which is super convenient. But I do want to mention that when it is time for you to recharge them, they do feature fast charging that will give you up to 10 hours of use from only a 15-minute charge. The EarFun audio app adds another layer of value here. With it, you get a multi-band equalizer that actually makes a noticeable difference in the sound profile. I did go ahead and create my own custom EQ to boost the mids, the highs, and the bass just a bit, and it gave me the exact sound signature that I was looking for. There's also a theater mode inside of the app that you can toggle on or off at your leisure, and basically what this does is provide a spatial audio feel for movies and games. Not only that, these also have a game mode that is gonna cut down on any latency that you may be experiencing while mobile gaming. With it toggled off, I was able to pick up on some latency with Call of Duty Mobile, but once I turned it on, that pretty much all went away. So now that I've gone over pretty much all of the awesome features that you get with the Tune Pros, let me go over some potential cons so that you're aware. The ANC isn't quite on par with flagship models that are gonna cost more, which like I said is to be expected, because although these do a pretty good job with those low humming, buzzing type tones, they don't do the best job with blocking out voices. They also don't come with a carrying case or anything of that nature like I said earlier. The plastic build is also decent for me, but it might be a concern for others. And another thing that I do want to mention is that the app has crashed on me a few times. Although it hasn't happened that often, it's just something that I want to mention in case you experience it. So all in all fam, at $69.99, the EarFun Tune Pro offers ridiculous value, especially when you compare these to competitors like the Sony Ultwear at $199, the Beats Solo 4 also at $199, or even the Soundcore Space One, which are definitely one of my favorite pairs of sub $100 headphones. The Tune Pros match or exceed what they offer in terms of key specs while costing significantly less. You also want to be on the lookout for any early bird specials that EarFun may be running. I will drop links in the description so that you guys have the most up-to-date pricing, because only a couple of weeks ago when these were first announced, I saw them going for an early bird special for under $50, which is an absolute steal for what you're getting here. So if you can still get that deal or anything close, I'd say they're a no-brainer. Before y'all get on out of here, y'all do your boy Techmo a huge favor and like the video, as well as subscribe to the channel if you like this type of content. I drop at least one video every week. I hope to catch you in the next one.